maybe a month or two ago you opened or partnered with the gym in LA and now have a home for your fighters there. I know Conor and a few others were, you know, getting prepared there for this card. And you do that, this card didn't have to be in Vegas, but you chose to bring it here. You're choosing to bring Richardson, Hitchens, and Edgar Berlanga to Vegas. Is there more investment from Matchroom Boxing to Las Vegas and the West Coast?
Sometimes more investment from Las Vegas. You know, it all depends on the deal that we receive for the site fee. You know, obviously this is in the Cosmo, you got Fontainebleau, where the Hitchens and Pacheco fight will be. The first ever sporting event at Fontainebleau. So, you know, that's great. Great facilities, you know, great sort of captive audience here as well. And also the fighters love fighting in Vegas. You know, it's a pretty big thing to headline in Vegas. And you look at Conor Benn with that opportunity, Richardson, Hitchens as well. It's massive for them. So we've already got our gym in Los Angeles. It's been a great asset to our UK guys that have come out here. And yeah, it's not a focus to do more in Vegas, but the deal's worked and always great to be here.
Just curious, why Los Angeles?
It was a proposal put forward to from Peterburg. I like the gym, I know the gym. You've got some good people down there. It's a great place, Santa Monica. You know, it's a great place to send fighters. There's a lot of good sparring in the region. You know, you've got Robert Garcia's gym, you've got Brick House, you've got, you know, many other gyms around the area, and that's something that the UK guys have found particularly, that the sparring is much better than it is in the UK.
Eddie, just curious, I didn't get your reaction to maybe the PBC Prime card. Did you think that was a good launch? You know, because you came in America.
I think that it's a good night of boxing. I think it's a bit of a, I don't know if it means anything to you guys, botched job, where it's like, let's just throw a load of stuff together. The main event for me is a very weak pay-per-view main event. I don't mind saying it. I find Keith Thurman quite an interesting character. Like, he's sort of disappeared for 2 years. He's come back to the press conference. He's like, his chat, as we say, is interesting. The suit is interesting. He looks a little bit older than he did before, and I'm not really sure what he's doing in the game or how hungry he is. Do you know what I mean? Respect to him, great fighter. And I thought at the presser he was really entertaining. But I can't, like, Tszyu's a really good fighter. He's great to watch, by the way. But he's not particularly well known yet to the US audience. This is a great slot for him. But I just feel like as a pay-per-view, historically, we know those kind of pay-per-views don't sell. And if it's a good card, it don't really matter, because you have to grab the attention with a big headline. Whether that's Tank against Ryan Garcia, whether that's Canelo against X. Like, they're the pay-per-views, Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney, not Keith Thurman against Tszyu. That is not going to do good numbers on pay-per-view. As a night, I quite like it. Like, I think as a boxing fan, I'd buy it, but that's not going to give you the numbers. And it just feels like it's like, oh, we need a pay-per-view. Who have we got? Like, Keith Thurman against Tszyu is probably a fight. I could say to you guys, give me 100 fights to be made, and you would not say Keith Thurman against Tszyu, would you? Like, you just wouldn't. So, and I think, by the way, Tszyu will stop Keith Thurman, 100%.
What about the co-main? Oh, I'm sorry.
What was it?
Rolly and Pitbull.
I mean, like, Pitbull who I think is a really entertaining fighter, a little bit limited at elite level. I think he will steamroll through Rolly, and he will stop him. I mean, I saw Rolly at the press conference. The guy don't even really look like he really wants to be there, but he's obviously getting a few quid. Good luck to him. But, you know, as I say, it's not a compelling fight. Again, that's not a fight that's going to drive pay-per-view sales. Fundora against BOTCHED, yeah? Listen, I think Fundora's great fun, especially when he got knocked out in his last fight. Not quite sure how he's fighting for a WBC world title, but he is. Not going to drive any pay-per-view sales. If you combine it all, and this is not being a hater, good night of boxing. Good night of boxing, but just not. You know that ain't going to do pay-per-view numbers. Pay-per-view's difficult. It ain't easy. So, you know, as you found with Benavidez against Andrade, really good night of boxing as well. But you've got to grab the attention of the casual audience with a big name.